I look good, I look good, I look exactly the way you wish you could. I look good, I look good, come on, I look good.
This is the Backpack Friends audio experience.
Hey y'all, it's Tom. Listen, I just wanted to pop in real quick for this episode of the podcast. It has been a crazy time. The world keeps changing, right? Are we wearing masks? Are we not wearing masks? The numbers keep changing. We have been through the weeks now of Black Lives Matter movements and marches and rioters and protests. And on our end, on a personal note, I've had some really amazing conversations with some friends, men and women of color that I hold dear in my life. And it's just been amazing to see the world actually begin to come together on a real micro level. I know you look out across the news, but and things seem crazy, and they are. We got a lot of work to do. But when I get frustrated, what I do is I go really micro, really small, and here's an example. Things with Backpack Friends during the summer are typically, or this year, are difficult. You know, the need has gone up so much. And for all of you who volunteer, all of you who give, all of you who are signed up for our first ever virtual Heroes Against Hunger 5K, thank you for all of that. You guys are helping make a huge difference, because when the coronavirus hit, we were already facing a great need of feeding kids. And now that this has gone on, the need has gone up, and so many of us have lost jobs or been furloughed, or our income is now restricted. So the need's gone up, and the resources seemingly have gone down. So what I did this morning is I get out and I go run, I go walk, I get out into the neighborhoods. I passed a school, and it reminded. I passed a teacher this morning while I was running, and I don't know if she even knows who I am face to face in real life. She's a kindergarten teacher, and it reminded me that I actually had a communication with her this last semester, that she texted me on a Thursday that one of her students got so excited to get a permission slip to enroll in Backpack Friends program at school. He was so excited to have food for the weekend. I mean, like this kindergartner was just beaming, right? I don't know if you can imagine that, but you put yourself in her shoes as the teacher, and you see this child every day, knowing that the only food he may have to eat is through the free meal program at school, right? Knowing that when he goes home at night, his little tummy has to be hungry. He has to have the anxiety and stress and worry, and all the things that come along with that. And as a parent, knowing that there's nothing you can do to help your child in that, knowing that over the weekend, and his parents are struggling, knowing that they're working so hard, and there's just not enough food to go around. So every time there's an outburst, every time there's a discipline problem, every time an anger issue or an emotional breakdown, as a teacher, you know how to connect those dots, right? You see those children day in and day out. And you know things would be different at school and at home if he had enough food to eat. It's not really his fault, that he's hungry. And we look at that. And we go, yeah, sure, in Haiti, in Uganda, in Rwanda, in Colombia, those kinds of things happen, but not here, man, not in America, not in Texas. So that was on Thursday night. That was on Thursday afternoon. On Friday night, I was sitting at a high school football game, and she texts me again and says, hey, my student got his first bag of weekend food today, and he was so proud. Excuse me. He was so proud. He actually told the teacher, now I can eat during the weekend and still leave enough food for my family in the pantry. So thank you, man, to everyone who gives. We were able to completely change this little kindergartner's world in under 24 hours. From Thursday to Friday, everything changed for him. His expectations, his hope, his anxiety, his demeanor, his behavior, the way he viewed the world completely changed. And we couldn't do that without you guys. The neat thing about where I sit inside my messy studio at the moment is that we hear stories like this all the time, right? Like last semester, one of our counselors called. It was a brother and sister first and second grade. They'd been living in their car with their mom. The mom was looking for a job, and they were able to park the car in front of their grandmother's house. Well, the mom would take the kids to school every morning, and they would get showers in the gym, and then she would drop them off for breakfast there at school. And then she would go out and job hunt. Well, after a few weeks, she came home early one day to find that her car had been towed. See, she'd been taking public transportation into Austin to look for a job so that she could save money for gas. She comes home from looking for a job all day, and her car is gone. It was towed. See, when you're living in your car and your car gets towed, you don't lose a car, right? I mean, you lose a house. You lose a bedroom. You lose a closet. You lose your blankets and your pillows and your toys and all of your supplies. This mom was at the end of her rope, and she showed up at the counselor's office. And because of support from people like you, because of your support, we were able to jump in and provide food to the kids and to the mother as well in that instance, and connect them with other family services in the area, help them get back on their feet. Y'all, as a parent, I can't imagine being in that situation. And I know right now with COVID, with all the things that are going on, there are more and more and more people who are being pushed in that direction. They're working, they're trying to figure things out, and things are just really difficult. You know, to be honest, I don't know what I would do in a situation like that. You know, it breaks my heart to think that a single mom with 2 babies working so hard, and she feels like she's had the rug pulled out from under her. I'm just telling you, this is not to make you feel guilty, but just for most of you listening, remember, for a lot of us, you may never have to deal with that on a personal level. That may never happen to you. You are probably blessed just beyond measure, and so am I. But things can change in an instant. And for those that find themselves in a situation like that they didn't ask for, where sometimes life just happens, Backpack Friends is here on a mission to stand in the gap and to bring hope and to help through just simple backpack of food, simple food for a child. We've got this tribe of doers and donors and door openers that we call doers, donors, and door openers, and they are amazing. Everybody plays a different part, and if you are interested in joining us, we would love to have you plug in. We're trying to make a difference in local communities. And yes, you can volunteer, you can donate, you can go to backpackfriends.com. We would love that. I would be grateful for that. We need that. But I want to encourage you to make a difference where you are. Make a difference where you can use your talents, your gifts to serve, to create good in your community. That's what leadership is, man. It's not about being in charge. It's about caring for those in your charge. That's better than popularity, right? I mean, that's legendary. That's influence. That's changing the world. If you would like more information about what we do, please follow this podcast. Check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the socials, all the websites, all that kind of thing. We would love to connect with you. And if you haven't yet joined, check out backpackfriends.com/run. We're doing a virtual 5K. You can run, you can walk, you can crawl, you can stroll. You can spread it out over the course of 5 days if you want to, and just walk a few blocks every day. But all of your registration goes to help us feed hungry kids. Backpackfriends.com/run. And if you have any questions, email me or hit me up on social media. Would love to see you soon. Be safe, and I will see you out there. Bye. Hey y'all, it's Tom. Listen, we've just received a $1,000 matching challenge grant for our Heroes Against Hunger virtual 5K. That's a mouthful, but what that means is that if you haven't signed up yet, if you register, go to backpackfriends.com/run, or there will be a link below in the description of this video. You can sign up, you can participate anywhere. You don't have to run, you can walk, you can stroll, you can crawl, for all I care, but your registration will be matched. What does that mean? Well, that means that your $20 that you're donating to help buy food for hungry children becomes $40. your $50 becomes $100. All you've got to do is just go to backpackfriends.com/run, sign up, and it will be doubled. That's amazing, but it's only for the first $1,000. So if you want that $1,000 to double, go quick. Thanks. Bye. Hey, thanks for listening. If this podcast has brought you any value, if it's motivated you, inspired you, or caused you want to take action and help make your world a better place, please subscribe to the podcast. Send it to someone who might need to hear it just as much as you do. Also, I've had a lot of people ask, what can we do to help Backpack Friends? It's real simple. Go to backpackfriends.com/donate, and for as little as $10 a month, you can help us wipe out weekend hunger. That's what we're doing, and we couldn't do it without the Backpack Friends Nation. I'll see you there. If you have any questions, give me a shout.